set.
Great, thanks, May.
Double check that it's working and that there's sound. I don't have a heart attack.
Anybody know if we're still waiting for Ryan? Haven't heard anything. Okay, no worries, we'll start. Gonna call to order the Troy Industrial Development Authority for, board meeting. It is January 17th, 2025. It's 10:06 a.m. We are going to start today with the public hearing for the Hendrick Hudson Building LLC project, 200 Broadway conversion, and we are going to open the floor for this. We had to do this a month ago, but we're back at it. I don't see any Zoom attendees, anyone on the call, so if anyone is here, the floor is yours. So I'd like to speak. We'll just hold for a minute, 2 seconds. I don't know if anyone is here for that. Last call. Okay. That's pretty quick, but I'm getting the impression no one's here for this. So the public hearing portion of the Hendrick Hudson LLC project is closed, and we're going to move on to item number 2. We have minutes from 2 meetings we need to approve, December 6th, 2024, and December 20th. Let's start with December 6th. If there are any adjustments or questions or comments, state them now. Otherwise, do we have a motion to approve the December 6th minutes?
So moved.
Thank you, Sue. Second?
Second.
Natasha, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And we just have Ryan absent. And on to the December 20th, same thing. Any questions, comments, or adjustments? Otherwise, do we have a motion to approve the December 20th minutes?
So moved.
Thank you. Second?
A second.
Stephanie, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, and no opposed, and just Ryan absent. So that's that. On to Randy with the Executive Director's Report.
Okay, so as part of that report, do I do a presentation on the proposed pilot, or is that a separate agenda item?
Within the new business, when
Yeah.
the motion's called, we can go through
Okay.
financial assistance.
All right, then just in terms of the Executive Director's Report, I just wanted to let the board know that we've gotten some applications for them for sales tax exemption extensions, and we're prepared to approve those extensions. And that's for the Casablanca, Troy, Red Tail Troy, City Station North, and King's Landing 2.
Is that something we are voting for at this meeting?
Randy, under the documents, has the ability as executive director to provide extensions of time
Got it.
ministerially, so it's just an update for now. All the projects seem to be moving along.
Then, just a quick update on the form router thing, is still, we're almost to contract so that we can get them on board and get them started. Will hopefully lead to some improvements in the process. And so, Justin, as soon as you and I can make that happen.
Yeah, put that back on the top of the list, yeah.
I don't think there was anything else I needed.
Okay, well, on to your next item in new business, we're going to bring open the Hendrick Hudson Building LLC authorizing resolution, but Randy wants to start out with some comments.
Yeah, so what was in the packet was the, proposed cost-benefit analysis based upon the proposed pilot that's being recommended for approval today. A couple points I want to make. This particular pilot is an amendment to an existing pilot as proposed, where we would be basically just revising the abatement schedule based upon the additional investments that are going to be made. And that's, you know, in putting this pilot together, I listened closely to the folks from Bonaccio in terms of their objectives. I listened closely to the board and what some of their concerns were, and came up with an approach which I hope everybody finds acceptable. You'll see that the cost-benefit analysis looks a little different than it has in the past, and that's simply because I wanted to apply a little bit of my economic development experience from the state, where we looked at the return on investment in slightly different terms than it appears this board and organization has been looking at it, where we kind of just look at, well, what percentage of the project is representative of our assistance. But return on investment can be looked at in a couple of different ways from the perspective of the public sector. And so in this case, you know, looking at the total project cost, which is basically the private investment, in comparison to what assistance we're providing, and look at that, you know, that private investment to public cost ratio. So I sort of added that into the valuation, or at least as part of the kind of what gets disclosed in these projects. And then there's two ways to look at that. You look at simply total private investment to what financial assistance we're providing. That provides a ratio. In this case, for this segment of the project, that's a 4-to-1 ratio, which is, you know, basically $4 of a private investment for every $1 of assistance that is being suggested here. Another measure is to look at the total private investment plus the wages of any net new jobs that would be created, and looking at those wages over the whole term of a pilot agreement. So if you create a job at an average salary of $50,000 a year for 10 years, that's $500,000. I mean, that is, you know, that's these projects, if they bring jobs into the community, there's an expectation that people are living here, working here, spending some of that money here. So that's always been part of a measure when looking at, you know, sort of, again, the private investment to public cost. And then I also just added, when you add in total public assistance, in this case, you look at historic tax credits as well, then you can look at that ratio from that perspective as well. Obviously, you bring in more public assistance, the ratio goes down. So I wanted to highlight those things, and when I put this, when this first got published, or not published, but posted, you know, I'd only looked at it in terms of this segment of the project, and as you can see, the ratios are, you know, 4-to-1, basically return on investment. But I then, you know, quickly this morning, and hopefully I got these numbers correct, I looked at the whole project over the course of from when it started, and if you look at it over the whole 15 years, both actual benefits and estimated benefits compared to the actual private investment, then the ratio looks a lot better. It's 7-to-1 versus 4-to-1. And I think in this case, since we are just amending an existing pilot, that's a valid way to look at this. So with that said,
we have a, project authorizing resolution, as part of the agenda. If there's any other discussion, it could be, moved, with a second, and then board discussion if there is anything.
So before we bring the authorizing resolution to the table, are there questions or comments from the board? If not, I don't have the resolution in front of me, but so then I'll bring up that we're looking at the project authorizing resolution, for the Hendrick Hudson Building LLC. Looking to approve it. Are we, we have a motion to approve, or should we go a roll call route after?
Well, you look for a motion to
Yeah,
move
after.
it, and then, and if there's a discussion after it's moved, you can call the roll.
Yeah. No,
So moved.
thank you, Sue. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Albert. All in favor?
Aye.
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 And any opposed? And we just have Brian Nassif, and that's it. So the motion, or the resolution passes. And that's all.
Thank you all. Thanks for coming.
On to city staffing fee. This one.
I can,
I was
give some
wondering about that
background,
one.
yeah.
Yeah. I was like,
Each year, and historically, the IDA and the city have an arrangement where, because the city staff, through Randy, Danae, and other support staff, provide, support and staffing services to the IDA. The IDA pays a proportion, of their, payroll and benefit costs to the city each year. I think it's been sized at $125,000 annually for the past couple of years. As part of, annual review and look back in January-ish, we processed that payment, to the city, to help them with their carrying costs. So that's the item. We had, I think, a good year with administrative fee generation, so it's, we're still in the black, if you will, for carrying those costs. So that's the item. I don't know if anybody has any questions. I know the agreement historically has listed each of the staff of the city that provide support to the IDA, and I think there's a proportion of their FTE and amount of time spent in terms of how they're allocated between general planning staff work for the city and the IDA. So there's a nexus in terms of how the payment is sized.
And do we have to track time at all, or?
No, I think it's just generally understood, and I forget the percentage. I think Danae's got a percentage for her daily allocated to IDA, as well as your position and other folks that support the IDA. So I think it's more of an update, and I don't know if the agreement has been updated at Danae. I don't know if you have a sense of it.
Well, actually, it was due in December, so, like, we're supposed to pay it by the end of each year, and it just got lost in the shuffle, I think, so.
Okay. Each year, we just redate it and sign it.
Yeah.
Between the mayor and the chair, so we might just want to document that, and, I guess for posterity's sake, if we want to do just a quick roll call to approve the expenditure. It would be a 2024 expense and within 60 days.
Yeah, it's booked in December already as a payable. So
Yeah, we just haven't.
we just have to pay it.
Quick question, has the city ever asked for more money?
It was 75,000 for a while, and then it went to 100,000 for a while, and now it's at 125. So it's moved.
So it's an
With
annual agreement?
Yep.
didn't it increase 2 years ago?
It was within the last couple of years it went to 125.
Yeah.
And I think it might have blipped up to 150 for a while and then was adjusted. If I have to look back.
But it was the city asking, not the IDA offering, that's what I'm...
Well, it's been a mutual discussion
Okay.
for decades at this point, yeah. Just because the IDA relies on city staff. And under the IDA statute, it specifically allows that. and any time that's spent by city staff on IDA things is actually okay with the state retirement system.
Mhm.
It's a little bit of a nuance. If you spend time on LDC things, it's technically not retirement qualified. So we document it on the IDA side.
Is this something that will come up in the CRC meeting as well?
No, it just the
Just the-
IDA has a formal
Just the IDA,
arrangement.
right, yeah. Okay. Then I guess if we need to, we're just approving it for the 2024 expenses. So do we have a motion to approve the $125,000 city staffing fee for 2024? Stephanie,
Yep.
do we get a second?
Second.
Over, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Nope. Right, absent.
Justin, can I ask you a question about this deal?
Sure.
This $49,444 administrative fee? We get that at the closing?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, those are collected at the closing, and this one seems like it would be March, April,
Okay.
I'm guessing. I think part of the conversations we've had with them and the chicken and the egg problem is them getting a firm financing commitment that, with the pilot, somewhat understood.
Right.
So if they're gonna advance to their lender in the next few weeks, I'd imagine we're within a month or two of getting to a closing. It's usually 60-ish days out of commitment to get into a closing. They already own it, so the real estate stuff
Right,
is
yeah, okay.
not gonna be a complication.
The next item is, everyone should have 2 forms. If you don't have them, get them before you leave, and try to fill them out and get them back to Danae today, unless you are vehemently opposed to any of the fiduciary duties and responsibilities if you want to discuss it. And the anonymous evaluation for performance, and if you need it, if you don't have these, they're here. We're gonna lock the door before everyone leaves if you don't fill this out. Anyway, on to old business, which we have none of, and into financial statements.
All right, so our first report is the statement of financial position. As of December 31st, we had total assets of $1,015,389, with $933,577 of that cash. We have total liabilities of $160,761, which left us with a fund balance of $854,628. As previously discussed, the liability is mainly because of the annual staffing fee, $125,000. And our last report is the statement of activity. For the month of December, we had a deficit of $118,433.63. Our most significant source of revenue was in our application fees, and our largest expense, again, was the annual admin fee to the city.
What is 21st Century Media?
For record.
Oh,
Public hearing.
yeah.
Do you know what the interest rate is on this, this bank account?
I know we had it readjusted, I want to say end of 23, early 24.
Yeah.
I don't know the exact percentage off the top of my head, but I can get back to you on that.
Okay. I mean, 'cause that number's getting bigger, I just,
Yeah, no,
you know.
I can definitely say we're getting more interest than what we were
Oh, yeah,
a year ago.
yeah.
They were holding us at,
Like,
Yeah, like
quarter
point something,
type
yeah,
thing,
something, yeah.
yeah, oh, by the way, we're offering 4%.
Yeah.
Made like 8 months to tell it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there was a discussion at one point about shopping that around, because we could definitely get, like, the rate that they have wasn't like the highest competitive
It
rate,
wasn't, yeah.
but it was the whole.
That's a lot of money to be sitting in an account, you
Yeah.
know, just,
And that was the thing, we were supposed to
yeah.
spend it down, because I wanted to lock it up.
Right, yeah. Well, you can ladder CDs or do some saving strategies, but generally with that much fund balance, we're starting to pay for that administrative fee we just approved,
Yeah.
right? It's starting to, instead of relying on administrative fee income, generally the savings is starting to carry some of the ongoing costs, which is good.
I'm just seeing interest rates starting to creep up, you know, on the CD side, so I just,
Yeah, the bond market's weird right now.
yeah.
We have a motion to approve the financial statements.
I'll make the motion.
You go, for a second.
A second?
Stephanie, all in favor?
Aye.
And there's no opposed. On to adjournment. Who'd like to take it?
So move.
Thank you, Sue. Got a second?
Second.
Natasha, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, on to CRC.
I figured there's enough.
Take one and pass it down.
Thank you.
Take one down, pass it around.
If you want, you can let them know of this, and I'll just leave them on the table, so you can,
Oh, okay.
people on the
Slippery.
way out.
Hey, don't go away today, because on the executive director's report, you're probably getting that report.
Oh, I should juggle it.
I don't know, I'm not gonna know this here. Let me see if the minutes say.
Three hands.
Make sure if we have enough people.
It's just another agenda.
Yeah, we do, okay, good.
20 minutes.
Yeah, good deal. Okay, so we're gonna call to order the, Troy Capital Resource Corporation Board of Directors meeting. It's January 17th, 2025, 10:07 a.m. We are gonna start with the approval of the minutes from the November 1st, board meeting. Alex, you were not here, so everyone except Alex, if you have, comments or changes, or anything like that, come up. Otherwise, do we have a motion to approve the minutes?
So move.
Sue, do we have a second?
I'll second.
Robert, all in favor?
Aye.
No opposed, and we just have Ryan absent and Alex has to abstain. Great. On to the executive director's report, technically with Danae.
Yeah, I just don't know what to report.
Yeah, if there's nothing,
She might have something that,
anything that,
I don't have any,
other than,
I don't even have a good story to tell, so.
oh, okay, well, this
I
isn't,
guess you could do that, yeah.
this isn't new business, I mean, this is, I guess, could be new, old, or executive director's report, but TAP has sent a note saying thank you for our generosity, it makes it possible for us to empower marginalized communities, strengthen the physical and social fabric of their neighborhoods through our services. Our $7,500 donation made a significant difference, and the value of goods and services received associated with your gift is $60 per person. They brought us a packet of information or something, I believe, that we can, there's enough of them to pass out. I will leave
It's
them.
like a yearbook of.
Yeah,
having
take them on
it
your way out, that way, if you would like one. And they're over there. They're slippery, apparently. On to new business. We have a funding request from the Troy Waterfront Farmers Market that, was sent around in the minutes, and you should see in your packet. They are asking for, $3,500. And, are you from, oh, you're just here. Yes, thank you. We have no one here from the market then.
I think he said he was gonna be here, right? I told him not to come too early, because I thought the other meeting was gonna run a little long, so I was wrong. He'll be here any minute.
Oh, okay. I mean, we can, there's not really much for us else to go over. We can skip to financials and come, give them a second to come back, but I think everyone's familiar with, that has been on the board for a while with the process. They, do a good presentation every year. But I'll leave that for him if he gets here. So let's circle back to that, give him a few more minutes. And there is no old business, so let's move on to the financial statement.
All right, our fiscal statement of financial position. As of December 31st, we had total assets of $328,760, with $111,316 of that in cash. We had total liabilities of $5,834, which leaves us with a fund balance of $322,882. There's no significant changes to the statement of financial position for the month of December. And lastly, we have the statement of activity. For the month of December, we had a surplus of $2,199. Our most significant source of revenue is admin fees, and our largest expense is our monthly accounting fees.
Any questions or comments, or do we have a, motion to approve the statement of financial positions?
Where's the admin fee coming from?
That was a fee we received from RPI.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's either 2 or 3 bond series outstanding, and they pay a certain amount per bond series each year. $1,500, and there's 3 series outstanding.
Okay.
We have to report to the state the amount of bonds, things like that, so it helps pay for the accounting each year.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Thank you, Albert. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Stephanie. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. No opposed? Ms. Ryan, great. I mean, I'm just gonna break into it with going back to the market request. I'm just gonna highlight the request for funds, the second paragraph in the request. The Troy Farmers Market is requesting $3,500 from the CRC for funding towards the mural project. If anyone isn't familiar with that, they've been, beautifying the space. They did this also in the Lansingburg store. I don't know if they did this, any other years in the atrium. This is the first year they're doing it in the atrium. This money would allow them to hire an additional 10 artists and to rent a lift. And it's essentially just that, $3,500 for this project. If we don't vote on it now, winter's gonna be over soon and it'll be outside, so I don't know if this will be an ongoing, not really an ongoing thing. Do we have a motion to approve, or any questions or comments, or do we wanna push it out until they can come here and present? Any thoughts on that?
I'd rather hear a little bit more about it. Like, how long are they committed to being in the atrium? If it's just a one-year thing, then what's the point?
Yeah, I don't think we can assume more than a year, just for safety's sake, just assume no more than a year or 2. Who knows?
But they've been in there for how long? I mean, they've been in the atrium for a while.
Couple of years.
Yeah.
But I mean,
But we
you
don't
never
know what
like,
the future
the glass could break in the ceiling, like, you don't know, like, there's, you know, like what maintenance, you know what I mean, like, they could,
Nice job,
a truck could drive through it, I don't know, like, I would assume it would be this year, like, I don't think it would be something that lasts longer. If it does, great, but, I mean,
But it's already January.
yeah.
So by the time it gets done,
Yeah, that's what I mean, they've got 3 more months, I wouldn't they go outside in May, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's
So-
May, yeah.
I think they were looking for the additional funding because the response was so great that they had so many people out wanting to do work that they were trying to add more and just fill up the space. But yeah, we really don't know how long they're gonna be there, and the way things are around here, I feel like they'll be there more than a year, but
I mean, historically,
Never know.
when they've come to us for other requests, it hasn't been something like this temporary, I don't think. And I think we're all,
Price Chopper, yeah, that was 1 year.
yeah, we're all friends of the market, I think we'd love to support, but we did also discuss, you know, tightening our budget this year. So I'm understandable if no one wants to, motion this forward, but,
But the price chopper was just to clean that up. It wasn't to beautify it in any way. I mean, that's,
All included, yeah, I think it was a little bit of everything.
but if we're not motioning this forward, do we need to vote on it either way or no?
Well, I would just maybe give them a few more minutes.
I mean, I don't wanna.
I mean,
I don't know his number.
You're advocating for this.
Yeah.
Do you have his phone number? I have it written down somewhere, but I don't have it on my phone.
I mean,
it's on here. Oh, yeah, it's on here.
I don't typically attend the indoor farmer's market. Does anyone here do that?
every now, I mean.
Is there anything in there? It might sound a little off what it's not meant to. Is there anything in there that's driving business away where it's?
It's rough.
It's
It's
The
rough.
atrium's
Today we have it.
kind of embarrassing looking.
Okay,
Dirt.
I haven't been in there since,
For the amount of people that come through here for.
Oh, Steve's here, good.
since a long time ago, since Denby.
Oh, no.
The atrium's in rough shape.
Yeah, I mean, CVS closed several months ago. I mean, it's just, yeah,
Empty.
yeah.
Yeah, so it's
You've been
like, it's
terrible
dilapidating.
guys, so it's all, the floor is yours.
Okay, hi, how are you?
Yeah.
I'll walk right in. Hey, how's it going? Just let a mural artist in there this morning. So, Steve Riddler, manager of the Troy Waterfront Farmers Market. What we're trying to do right now is enliven our market with a mural project. We did this once before with the help of some city funding in the Price Chopper during COVID, and it was a great success. We raised quite a bit of extra money and had 36 artists up there. So this time we've decided, given the change of ownership in the atrium, that the surrounding buildings, that they're very willing to entertain this. So we're sort of beautifying the atrium right now. And I've got, we put money in ourselves, five artists, and we've raised another $1,000 from local companies and the people who shop at the market to get another 4 artists in place. So we thought, let's see if this is something you guys might want to put some money out and continue this beautification effort. So the artists are all local. They're not your mainstay high-price mural artists that charge $10,000 to $15,000 a mural, although we have a couple of them working for $500. So that's what we're up to. I'll show you pictures. If you go on our Instagram, you'll see a lot of them.
So the ones that have already been done, you have up on Instagram?
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll see, there's a couple, I posted one yesterday of that, a local one on the farmers market site of someone who's painting, it's pretty cool actually, it's a big basket and got little tiny people passing product into the basket.
Is it somewhere else other than Instagram? I don't have Instagram.
Is
Am I
it-
the only one?
It's out there.
I think it's on Facebook as
It's
well.
on Facebook
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, I saw it.
We're gonna put it on our website as well. And we have featured it on our website. So there's a giant carrot that's coming down from the ceiling on one of the columns. That's really pretty cool. That's painted by a guy who works for a local architecture firm. So we also have got some people coming in on Saturday and Sunday from Troy High School. The Troy High School Art Club is coming in, and there's about 20 art students coming in, and with their art teacher, and painting a massive mural right in the center of the market as you walk in. And we also will have probably school 16 and school 2 coming in.
You mentioned that the $3,500 is to go towards a lift and 10 artists, but is there a specific reason $3,500 was chosen?
No, I just figured that would give us, we would be able to get another 5 artists. Hopefully, that would help us raise some money from out there and the customers when they match the city. So that's the number I pulled out of the air. The lift is costing us $780, $790, maybe $800. They didn't donate it like they did last year, but they are giving us a discount on that, and we'll actually get that lift for 4 weeks. So that's a company out of Waterville.
Okay, do you sign an annual lease with the,
Yeah, we do it, yeah. And so the plan is that we will, we're sort of in discussions with the city about the future of the market, see how that works. But we're working very closely with the current owners in terms of preserving that space in the common area of the atrium and around the corner into what was the Department of Labor, and looking at getting, we're talking about a 5-year lease with them right now to get that space under safeguard for the market's future, given that we don't know how long it'll take to build whatever we build, if we build. We'll see how that goes. Look at Randy.
Yeah, you look at me. You'd be surprised if I'm still here.
Yeah, well, like you keep saying, Steve, you're not gonna leave us now, are you? Because we gotta build this building. I'm like, are you kidding me?
The Coburn Market.
But, no, so the idea is that the murals will stay. The current owner is committed to keeping them in place unless we make some alterations. So, it's, the murals we did in Price Chopper are still there. No one's been and seen them since we left, because no one's in that building. They're still there. But yeah, so that's kind of what we're up to right now. And I think it's been very well received by the customers. They like to see something happening there. It look a little better than it did before. And we've had we got 3 muralists actually painting during the market on Saturday. So a lot of interaction with the customers, local art scene. So it's pretty good.
And the timeline for the indoor market is, November
November through April,
Through April, right?
end of April, and, you know, we're trying to wrap this up, sort of, with the bulk of the painting being in, late January and February. So, we hired a local artist with our own funding to be the coordinator, and she's turning out to be really good. We're partnering with the, Art Center and the Community Closet, which they have a closet under the stairs full of paint, with varying colors, descriptions, and quality. And whatever we get at the end of it goes back into it. We got some stuff from Brian's and Sage painting, and hoping to get Hatchet to come into us again, so we'll pass on that as well. It's kind of it.
Well, back to it, is there a motion to approve the $3,500, or an alternative, if someone can suggest a lower amount, or halfway through, so half the amount, or is anybody comfortable one way or the other, putting something forward?
I like the idea of it, because now that you've presented, it'll be an attraction that might bring more people than would normally be there, and I think that's a positive for downtown, because definitely the market makes Saturday mornings a lot more lively.
Yeah, that's, the goal is really to, you know, if people come in and watch it, look at it, they may come to the market just to see the murals. And we're thinking about doing some sort of like open houses, you know, in the evening, that's a section with the artists, that's further along.
And the impact it has on the local businesses too.
Huge.
It's huge, yeah. So,
Definitely.
I'll make a motion to approve it.
I'll second it.
Okay.
My vote.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Ms. Brian absent. Motion passes, so you got your $3,500.
Excellent.
See Danae for your check on the way out. I don't think it works that way.
I got cash.
Yeah.
Ready cash.
Whenever I see the next, you have a check?
Yeah.
Oh, no, you have to have a meeting first. All right, well, thank you so much.
And thank you for making it in.
Good timing.
All right, I'll see you later. I'll go again now.
Thanks, Steve.
I just said it'd be really cool on the agenda.
That's everything, because we covered the financial statements too. Do we have a motion to adjourn?
Motion?
Tasha, do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye.